It's time to begin the conjecture about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Let's get into this. All right, welcome to another episode of Paul's Collectibles. It's good to have you. Thank you for joining me today. Today is what I like to call a double whammy video. We're going to be talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but I'm going to offer a question and some conjecture, and then we're going to go over a prop piece that is a result of that very conjecture. But first, if you look around on the internet, there are several small groups that have noticed something about this Imperial officer that we see in the Kenobi series trailer. If you look closely, it appears she may be wearing a rank plaque with an entirely new color, green. Now, I'm not entirely sure that's accurate, as it may just be a trick of light and that might just be blue. But if that is a green pip or a green lozenge that she has on her nameplate, or excuse me, her rank plaque, that would be an entirely new rank that we've never seen anywhere, at least in live action that I'm aware of, and clearly disappeared before the time of A New Hope since we never see it again. Now, how did I find out about this? I am part of a collecting group on Facebook, and a wonderful gentleman that runs a Etsy shop noticed it and pointed it out and said, hey, I think this might be new, and therefore I'm going to make the rank plaque specifically for this actual rank. Now, most people may not be too excited about that, but those of us that collect full-size props like helmets and replica props and things of that nature are interested in that kind of thing. And you may have noticed my collection is kind of Imperial centric to begin with, so this was right up my alley. But before I show you the rank plaque and talk about the company, I'd like to get your conjecture down below. Take a look at that picture or that video of the trailer and see what you think. Is she wearing a green lozenge on her rank plaque, or is that just a trick of light and that's actually blue? Let me know down below. But anyway, so I reached out to the gentleman and I said, hey, when you do end up making those, I'd love to have one. And you know me, whenever I buy these props, most of the time it's helmets from these Etsy shops, I like to talk about three things: communication, the shipping and the packaging, and the quality of the item. Well, the communication with this gentleman was off the chart. The name of his Etsy shop is called 1138 Replicas, and said, absolutely, Paul, they should be up on my shop over on Etsy pretty soon, and you can grab one up then. And then, when they actually were up, he let me know in another direct message, so I can't complain about the communication. The price was about 20 bucks shipped, which is pretty reasonable specifically. And then when I got it, I opened it up, and the packing was perfect, as you can see, but unfortunately, something had happened with the glue, and a couple of the lozenges had fallen off. So I got a hold of him again, and I said, hey, what you sent me is falling apart in the package. Can I send it back and get a new one? He apologized profusely and said, hey, I had this happen one other time. I'm in Florida. I think maybe the humidity is messing with my glue. I'll fix it around, ship me that one back, and I'll ship you a new one. No problem. And then very soon after that, I had my new one in hand. So communication, good to go. Packing, good to go. I mean, it's not really hard to pack a tiny little rank plaque, right? But with that, let's get this one in front of some lights, take a look at it, see what we think about it, and then compare it to an older one that I have as well. Okay, so there's the rank plaque as it came, and it's actually not too bad. It has the three red lozenges, as you can see here, and what we're hoping is the new green one that she may or may not be wearing in that video. Like I said, if you think it's supposed to be blue and that's just a trick of the light, let me know in the comments down below. So this is made of, feels like some pretty hard aluminum, if not some sort of actual metal, and the lozenges are actually resin prints. It's pretty clear, but I will tell you, this is good from afar, and if you look closely, the unfortunate thing with this resin, the green's not so bad, but the red is kind of translucent. And if you look under there, you can see the different gradients of where the glue is, and you can see the glue coming up on the sides here a little bit. Let me get it closer to the camera, maybe you can see that. Yeah, so as you look underneath those red lozenges, you can really see where the glue isn't perfectly even underneath. And although that's not a big deal, it's a little disappointing, especially if you're kind of a perfectionist like me. The green one's not bad though. And then if you look also, if I flip it over, you can see that there is a larger gap between the lozenges and the plate than there is at the bottom here. And to give you an idea of the size, I'm going to pull out my 1990s Dare to Keep Kids Off of Drugs ruler here, and you can see it's just a little, it's about 3 1/4 inches long, about 1 inch tall. So that's the size of it. And the really cool thing about this, however, oh, and by the way, as you can see, some of like the powder or something got on the aluminum or the metal, so it's not really uniform all the way through. Once again, this is probably about I would give this about a C+ effort, maybe a B-. Not spectacular, but not horrible. But what I really do like about this is when you flip it over, check this out. Caution magnetic, they're not kidding. There's a really strong magnet on the back of this thing. So it's very easy to attach to a tunic or to Stormtrooper armor or something like that. And I've already tried it on one of my suits of armor, or the suit of armor that I have, and it works great. And that's really nice. For comparison, this is a rank plaque that I will admit to you, I don't remember where I got it. But as you can see, it's significantly larger. The lozenges, of course, and these are like a matte rubber or something to that effect, some sort of like a plastic feeling. And then this backing is very flexible. It's almost like it's a plasticky rubber type of thing. But the plus side to that is they're all uniform and you don't see any glue behind them. Now, I don't know which of these is more screen accurate right off the top of my head. You'd have to take a look at these and then decide for yourself, frankly. And this one is obviously much larger than this one, so I don't know if either of these is screen accurate, to be honest with you, or if something changed for the Empire at some point and they started using one or the other of these afterwards. But the downside to this one is, look, it's just this slick like plastic on the back, so you'd have to attach Velcro to it, very thin Velcro or something, or I don't know, sew it in some fashion, although I don't know how you would do that to get it, or glue it onto plastic maybe, to get it to attach to your costume or uniform. But there you have it, just a quick look at this new rank plaque that we think may be from the Kenobi series. And if you're a member of the channel, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. If you're a subscriber, thank you also. And if you're just joining me to check this out for the first time on my channel, maybe consider doing one of those for me. But with that, I'll see you on the next video.